your referee, Mr. Trips on the Stairs, Yeager.
What a surprise to pull off there, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything in between, Shane the Mac Wells is back here at the desk with Nate.
He is the rebel Preston. Put your hands together for RBJ.
And there he is, a man that I know very well, a man that I've earned my respect for him in blood and battle. B&B. Shane the Mac Wells and RBJ, we've got a history. We went round and round, as the band Rat would say. But now, nothing but respect for him. We're going to see him tear it down tonight.
Social media champion,
The Rebel Embracer.
I'm telling you, man, that new member of the Dirty Crew, however long you last, that's a single member right there.
Well, Tyler LeBeau is a personal friend of mine. He is helping my boyfriend, subbing for me. He is not as big as me. Look, Tyler LeBeau is not as big as me. I get it. I get it. But don't ever be fooled by a package, because you never know what's inside it.
And fans, we're not going to break this surprise, but let's just say we have a surprise coming up for you in our next match on commentary.
Oh, and here he comes. An idol of mine, a person I very much look up to, a sexy man, gorgeous, ready to deal and reeking of sex appeal. Our world champion, the Pacific Wrestling Federation champion, the best wrestler in the world, whose name is not Shane the Mac Wells.
Mr. Sexy Pants.
Are you saying you would like to be Paul Preston's protege?
I would love to be Paul Preston's protege. Anybody could be Paul Preston's protege. You could be his protege in wrestling or any aspect of life. Paul Preston is extremely intelligent, extremely charismatic, extremely shrewd, an incredible Olympic-level athlete. And he's going to go out there, and him and RBJ are going to have a clinic. Two men that I respect of the utmost, having a bout. I am in heaven.
Well, I'll tell you this. That's what will be on with you guys for the main. That's what will be with you guys for the commentary. Yep. I'll tell you this.
And there's Paul Preston.
Paul Preston has the prettiest moonsault from the Northwest. I'll tell you that. Hopefully we can see that tonight.
You are understating, Nate. He has the prettiest moonsault in the world. He has the prettiest moonsault in the galaxy. He has the prettiest moonsault in existence. When the man turns, it's with athletic elegance, par to no other.
Sorry, you kind of walked into the Paul Preston Love Channel.
Welcome back. This is the Chef. Welcome back to the Pacific Wrestling Federation here on November 22nd here at the Roxy Theater in Longview, Washington. We've got the Pacific Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion, Mr. Sexy Pants, Paul Preston, in the ring, facing a champion himself from FCW. He is their social media champion, RBJ.
Absolutely. RBJ is a social media champion. He is a champion in life. He's a fantastic athlete, a ruthless adversary of my own, a man I went round and round with many times. Paul Preston is an idol of mine, a man I personally adore. And I mean, gosh, he is just reeking of sex appeal tonight. Look how great Paul Preston looks. Right now we have a bit of posturing between these two Olympic-level athletes. A bit of...
Well, there goes the bell for this match, huh?
And I'll tell you this, don't blink in this match. This is going to be a fast-paced war right here.
The theme for this match is speed kills. Two fast and lean athletes. I do think RBJ has a slight weight advantage, where Paul Preston has a slight height advantage.
And it sounds like RBJ may have more than just an advantage inside the ring. It sounds like the fans are way behind him.
Well, oh, wow. There we
Listen
go.
to that,
So that is a problem I have personally dealt with in Paul Preston's shoes, where the fans are for some reason behind RBJ, and I know why they're behind him. I say for some reason to denigrate, because I have my own biases.
Because he's a talented, good-looking, athletic young man?
Everything
Yes.
that you're not.
Everything that I am, okay? Everything that I am.
Absolutely you were. Absolutely
Sorry, I
you
have
were.
to be unbiased here. And the thing is also, they see some of themselves in RBJ.
Absolutely. I mean,
I
anybody.
can see myself in RBJ.
We can all see ourselves inside RBJ. We can all take a mental glance inside of RBJ.
What are you talking about, Nate?
Yeah, Nate, what are you talking about? We're talking about relatability. Relatability.
Just because you're in a wheelchair, you can't relate?
He
I
cannot.
can relate.
Nate has.
You're always late because you have to wait on anybody else to transport you.
Nate-
Let's get back to the action in the ring.
If you drive you would too.
Nate has what we would call. Oh wow! And there we go with a quarter roll into a kip up. Into
That's an art that is not used too much these days in the independent scene, is a crisp kip up like that.
Absolutely, and you saw a little bit of that weight advantage that I talked about earlier. He hit him with that arm ringer on Paul Preston.
Paul
Slight
Preston
weight advantage.
seems to be maybe a little bit of the rotator cuff issue there.
That's correct. There could be a small rotator cuff issue, or we could be seeing the massive intellect of Sexy Pants Paul Preston, taking the time to take a breather, if you will, taking the time to smell the flowers, taking the time to take a breath.
And also to slow down
yeah,
RBJ.
Exactly. It's definitely a mind game. He hasn't been the heavyweight champion for over 6 years for nothing.
And there we go, a deep, deep, deep side headlock. That could be the beginnings of a side headlock takeover, and he's cranking it, utilizing that veteran intellect, getting the most out of every hold. He is stuck. RBJ is stuck right there.
I've been in that position before, and it does cut off the wind. You know, you're trying to get some deep breaths because you're being very athletic out there. Oh, nice tackle.
Oh, big shoulder block. I take back the power advantage. Paul Preston with that amazing strength of his own. Oh, wow.
Jumped up and kicked him.
Wow.
Jumped up and kicked him.
RBJ showcasing that he's not the Paul Preston's not the only one that has a high leaping ability. Although I will say I think Paul Preston has a higher leaping ability. Our champion here at Pacific Wrestling Federation, and grabbing the hair.
No, he's got him by his head.
No,
oh my
wow,
goodness! Wow, he
big.
turned that. Oh,
And
snapped
that's
him
the
back off the
veteranness of
rope.
Paul Preston there to be
That does not feel good on the throat.
Let me tell you, not only does that not feel good on the throat, RBJ's neck could be broken, or at very least whiplash. That when that happens to you, that feels like getting whiplash in a car.
Hey, there's a little Kylan Rowland is kind of lingering in the back out there.
Kylan Rowland is always lingering.
He's probably actually supposed to be taking notes of this match, from what would my guess be.
Absolutely. As opposed to festering and lingering and wallowing in your feelings, if I were Kylan Rowland, I would be sitting there with a pen and a pad, taking notes from my mentor, as a good mentee should.
And that is the Pacific Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Paul Preston, that you speak of.
Absolutely. The best wrestler on planet Earth, on God's green earth, on any earth, anywhere. Paul Preston, Sexy Pants, hitting that.
Oh, there was a low blow into the gut there by Mr. RBJ.
A flush low blow. I hope the ref checked that, though. It looked a little extra low, if you know what I mean.
Could this be a case, though, of Paul trying to show Kylan, I saw what you did, now I can do it a little bit better?
Of course. Every time Kylan is lucky enough to drag his carcass out here and observe the greatness of Paul Preston, he should be doing what you just said.
You remember, Paul Preston taught Kylan Rowland everything Kylan knows, but he didn't teach him everything that he knows.
Absolutely. And he never will if Kylan Rowland continues in these acts of hubris.
Paul Preston with a cheap shot to the head from in the corner on RBJ.
Cheap
Reversal.
Big Irish whip.
Corner.
Oh, and a modified Sambo suplex from reverse. He
That
hit
was
it
beautiful.
It started as a back suplex, and then as he popped his hips and lifted him with that strength
He
advantage,
rotated mid-air.
rotated into a Sambo suplex, taking him right down.
And I want to bring up a point. Up until that point, you saw Paul Preston change what we were talking about. He was slowing it down, maybe to take his advantage.
Oh! And maybe that gave RBJ a little bit too much time.
So RBJ looked like RBJ may have been gesturing for a variation of a lion salt and sprung off into a big splash. Interesting. I've never seen anyone else do that.
The innovation of
We are
RBJ
5 minutes into this match,
has
5
no wonders,
minutes.
and that's because of all the traveling he does worldwide.
RBJ is a global performer that performs everywhere all year. Paul Preston as well performs elsewhere, but he is our Pacific Wrestling Federation champion. He is dedicated to this promotion.
I know RBJ last night was in Phoenix, Arizona defending his title.
Absolutely.
Actually, it was in California.
It was California. I thought he told me it was
And
Arizona.
a big,
He traveled through Phoenix to get to
Traveled
California.
through.
While you guys debate RBJ's most recent location prior to now, currently he is in the ring giving a big vertical suplex to Sexy Pants Paul
Mr.
Preston.
Sexy Pants kicked out into RBJ. I could have sworn he had him on that one.
But you want to hear something interesting, gentlemen? Two things can be correct at the same time. He was in California at Phoenix Pro Wrestling.
Is that what it was?
Yes, you are both correct. More
We
than
stand corrected. Thank you.
you did
I
not.
don't stand on anything.
I did not
That's
correct
true.
either of
You
you
can't.
gentlemen. I did not correct either of you gentlemen. It was a misunderstanding, and you were both correct.
Well, thank you for clearing that up for us, sir.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Now back to the action into the ring. We've got the heavyweight champion of the Pacific Wrestling Federation, Mr. Sexy Pants, Paul Preston, in a
huge power slam.
string wrestling going on right now.
Very large scoop body slam right in the center of the ring. That can definitely move a few ribs. It can move parts of your back.
Paul
It
Preston
wins
is
you.
calling for the corner. Is he going up for his famous moonsault?
I think could be, but I think he's
Is he
taking too
calling
much
for it?
time.
Paul Preston could be going for anything, but I do believe he may be going for his prettiest moonsault in existence.
And again, he took too much time with a talent the caliber of RBJ.
Top rope.
Wow, big gorilla press slam from RBJ off the top rope. That's like falling 20 or 30 feet right to the center of the ring. We have seen Ric Flair fall victim to that often.
RBJ's
the
trying the
majority
same
of his
thing.
career.
He thinks he has the upper hand on this one.
RBJ is up there. And a big 5-star frog splash from RBJ. That was incredible. But the downside to a frog splash, it is high risk, high reward. You see,
There was only two on that. There was a little bit of a lax on his cover.
Oh,
he should have hooked
absolutely.
a leg, made sure those shoulders were pinned down.
And in fairness, I think the laxness was due to the impact. He hit him so hard that he knocked himself off of his opponent, slamming his own body.
He did. He did.
And that could be the experience disadvantage that he has.
His shoulder might not have been in place there. It looked like he had to do a little emergency pop in.
It did, yeah. He definitely he was gesturing as if his shoulder was out of place, and he shoved it back in, showcasing the toughness
These two
that
are
he has.
going toe to toe.
This is an incredible bout. Ducks under. And a big modified
Bomb.
Blue Thunder Bomb.
And he kicks out. Ladies and gentlemen, the tenacity of these two.
You could call that a Blue Thunder Bomb. You could call that a bomb from your mom. You could call that from anything. That move was incredible.
This may be a semi-main event, but this match here is a main event in any arena.
This match may be a semi-main event, and it is giving me a semi-truck of excitement.
Absolutely. I can see it from here.
Mr. Wells, your relationship with your mom, that bearing, I have some therapy techniques I can help you with later if you guys do blue thunder bombs on each other, later. But
Nate, while I like your suggestion of therapy, we all need some therapeutic release at times. I'm watching Paul Preston give a therapeutic release right onto RBJ right now in the turnbuckle.
But see, this is a mistake. He's wasting time, and you can't do that with somebody.
Is he wasting time, or is he getting his win, Nate?
But you've wasted a little bit of time and come back on the other side of that.
That's what. Oh wow! And a
Big comes off of the rope with a huge flying forearm.
Yeah, a huge flying forearm, almost a la Superman motion of gesture. I mean, that looked fictional, but it happened in reality. Come to the Pacific Wrestling Federation and watch things that you can't see in real life.
I mean, you see when they'll get their next chance to watch these opponents here. That would be December 27th at Faye's Carriage. That's Bar and Grill here in Longview, Washington.
And believe me, that's an adult-only show, so you'll see things definitely at that show. You'll
see a little more extreme, a little more hardcore.
Did you see?
RBJ,
he caught it. He caught it.
Spin up. Kick to the head.
I have been on the other side of that, and that has contributed to some of my injuries. That move right there.
That move could definitely be explained for some of your injuries.
That move should be illegal, but it's incredible.
He's calling for it.
Big splash. Splash clothesline. It's hard to tell with how high he jumps.
My goodness.
Wow, that's it.
Was that a tornado DDT?
Some people would call that. Go ahead, Nate.
That was more like a tornado cutter more than a DDT.
Some people call that the UFO cutter, but that move is patented by RBJ.
That move was beautiful.
It is.
That should have taken Paul Preston out. But I think RBJ's laxing right here. Paul Preston snuck out of the ring.
So that's the veteran presence of Paul Preston.
I believe you're right there, Nate.
As always, many things can be true all at once. RBJ right now is a victim of his own success because he slammed him so hard that he rolled out.
That's twice now that he's done that to himself.
Absolutely. And secondarily, he's not factoring for the ring presence of Paul Preston. Paul Preston might appear to be down and out, but he's not. He's surveying his area. He's figuring out where he is and what he can do. And see, look at that. Nate, you said earlier.
10 minutes.
You said earlier, is he jawing with the fans? No, he's not jawing with the fans. He's getting his wind. If you can breathe, you can fight. And Paul Preston's still breathing, so he can still fight. He's not out yet.
And I don't want to go back to saying the same thing I just said, but that veteran presence.
And here he's going for it twice.
Hit it again.
And the intellect.
He counted it into a suplex neckbreaker, and he got him.
High risk, high reward, bites RBJ. Paul Preston comes out with the big win. Huge neckbreaker, and that's it.
And I'll tell you this, it won't be long before RBJ becomes the champion here in PWF.
RBJ becomes a champion everywhere he goes. It won't be long until he is the champion of many places, but he won't be champion as long as Paul Preston has that title. And ladies and gentlemen, we are about to have a special, and I emphasize special, a fantastic guest on commentary for our main event. We will give him a proper introduction once he graces those headsets with his beautiful head and wonderful ears. Look at Paul Preston. Just magnificence personified. He makes blue look like gold because he's draped in it. Look at that. The Pacific Wrestling Federation Championship. He might as well own it because he's not dropping it. I'll tell you that. Look at that. Yeah, he's telling the people what they need to know. If you can hear him, he is educating the fans, the uneducated. There you go, Paul. If you are at home, round of applause for this fantastic man, fantastic champion, one of the greatest of all time, the best wrestler in the world, the Pacific Wrestling Federation Heavyweight World Champion, Paul Preston, a.k.a. Sexy Pants. And if you look across the room here, you can see there we go. The announcement of the winner. And you can see his protege, his protege, his mentee to his mentor. Yeah, There you go. Carry him to the back.
But again, reluctantly.
Yeah, I don't know why Kylan Rowland is not more grateful for this opportunity. He's going to go to the back now, and Kylan's going to unlace Paul Preston's boots. He's going to...
Well, that was an exciting semi